All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down the science of making a real comeback. We're going to go from understanding exactly why change is so ridiculously hard to a concrete science-backed toolkit you can start using to build a new you, like today. Okay, let's just start with a feeling I think every single one of us knows. That gap, right? That frustrating gap between the person you want to be, the one who gets up early, hits the gym, learns that thing, and the person you actually are when the alarm goes off. You make these promises to yourself, but somehow you just slip back into the same old patterns. And here's the crazy part. It's probably not your fault. And the reason why is, well, it's this number. Neuroscientists figure that by the time we hit our mid-30s, a staggering 95% of who we are, our thoughts, our feelings, our actions, is just a set of subconscious, automatic programs running on complete autopilot. So think about what that actually means. Every time you decide, okay, new me, you're using that tiny 5% of your conscious mind to fight a 95% subconscious program that's been running your whole life. That's why it feels like you're fighting gravity. You're not weak. You're just fighting a deeply, deeply embedded system. Okay, so how do we deal with this? Well, to win any fight, you first have to understand the battlefield. And that battlefield? It's your brain. So your brain, it's kind of lazy, no offense, but its main job is to save energy. So imagine your brain is this dense, overgrown jungle. Every time you do something, anything, you're stomping a little path through the weeds. Do it enough times, and that path becomes a road. Do it for years, and it becomes a massive, paved, 8-lane superhighway. Your bad habits aren't just bad choices. They are literally the most efficient roads in your brain. And this is where it gets really interesting, because there are basically two different yous living in that jungle. You've got the wise planner, that's your conscious mind. It sees the future, it makes plans, it understands consequences. But then you have the impulsive toddler. This is your subconscious. The toddler doesn't care about next year or even next week. It just sees a trigger and sprints down the easiest highway it knows to get a quick reward. And here's the kicker. This is the modern trap. Companies spend billions of dollars hiring actual neuroscientists to engineer their apps, their foods, their content, all to be as addictive as possible. They are literally building dopamine superhighways straight to your impulsive toddler, making it almost impossible for your wise planner to ever stand a chance. So what's the takeaway here? It's that you can't just try to build a new hiking trail when the jungle is on fire and your inner toddler is on a sugar high. It just won't work. Before you can build anything new, you have to purge the old programming. You need a full system reset. So there's this really powerful 3-step reset you can do. It's about creating a clean slate. First, for just a few days, go silent. Turn off all the non-essential noise, social media, notifications, all of it. Second, clean your physical space, your desk, your room. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. And third, cut the junk. And that means junk food and junk content. Starve that toddler of all the cheap, easy dopamine. This is what creates clarity. Okay, once you've done that, once you've quieted the noise, now you're ready. Now, with that clean slate, you can finally start forging the new weapons and tools you're gonna need for your comeback. So that's the big question, right? What are the most effective, science-backed ways to not just start a new habit, but to literally build a completely new identity from the ground up? Well, the first tool is all about defining your destination. It's called future self-identity mapping. And look, don't start with, I should go to the gym. That's a tactic. Start with the who. Who is the person I actually want to become? Get super clear, super detailed on what your future self does every day, what they believe, how they act. Then you work backward from that identity. Now your actions have a real purpose. Next up is a really cool neuroscience trick called task bracketing. Here's how it works. Instead of just feeling good after the workout, you train your brain to see the entire process as the reward. You learn to embrace the effort of putting on your shoes, the difficulty during the run, and the feeling of accomplishment after. By rewarding that whole block of time, you make the habit automatic, so you'll do it no matter how you feel. And this might be the most important part. You have to collect receipts. This is your secret weapon. And what's a receipt? It's just undeniable, private proof that you did the thing you said you were gonna do. A quick photo, a screenshot, a note in a journal. This isn't for Instagram, it's not for anyone else. It's for you. It is the hard evidence you use to rebuild trust in yourself. All right, so this brings us to the final and honestly the most crucial part of this whole thing, turning all those small daily actions, all those little receipts into your new automatic reality. And you have to understand, this is not an overnight thing. It's a long march. The science is pretty clear on this. A new habit can take anywhere from 18 days all the way up to 254 days to become truly automatic. There's no magical 21-day fix. It's about showing up when it's boring, when you're tired, and when nobody is watching. Look, motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes. It's gonna fade, I promise you. But evidence is real. You are not trying to build a streak of motivation. You're trying to build a stack of evidence. Every single receipt you collect is another piece of proof that you are becoming that future self. That evidence is what literally rewires your brain and permanently changes how you see yourself. So you see, your comeback, it isn't some big, flashy movie moment. It's quiet. It's a collection of promises you keep to yourself, a whole stack of daily receipts. And your entire transformation, everything we've talked about, it all boils down to one simple question you have to ask yourself every single day. You've collected today's receipt. What will tomorrow's be?